and is not exclusive to the left. So the right likes to think about the left, that the left is really obsessed with celebrity. And they are. There's no question that folks on the left think that folks in Hollywood have some sort of greater window on the human condition than anywhere else. It's the reason why they take so seriously all of the people from Hollywood. And it's the reason why all these Democratic politicians want to have Lena Dunham speaking at the DNC, even though Lena Dunham is one of the most off-putting human beings on God's green earth. But the right is not immune to this. There is something to the human condition that when someone is famous or someone is rich, that we somehow grant them a halo effect. It's an actual psychological thing called the halo effect. You grant them the credibility of believing that they are good at everything. So if somebody is super wealthy, then we assume that they are super smart also. Or if someone is super beautiful, we assume that they are also worth listening to on politics. If someone is really good with, for example, astrophysics, like Stephen Hawking, this means he must have important things to say about politics and religion. If you're Einstein, this means that you are good at politics. So Einstein was a socialist. You'll see people on the left say this all the time. Einstein, one of the great geniuses of all time, who's also socialist in his economic leanings. So he was good at science. Nobody said he was good at economics, right? And I assume that you wouldn't have Frederick Hayek do your physics for you. But because people are famous, we then grant them a certain level of credibility on other issues. So the latest example of this is Kanye West. So believe it or not, the right is now resonating to Kanye West. So Kanye, I will not say, like, can we remember back to 2005 when after Hurricane Katrina, Kanye West went out there and said that George W. Bush had purposely targeted black people with a hurricane? That guy? Like the guy who jumped on stage with Taylor Swift and said, "I'm gonna let you finish"? That one? So now he's tweeting out deep thoughts, and the right is so excited. They're so excited because Kanye West is tweeting out things that sound kind of right-wing. Like he tweeted out that he supports Candace Owens. Candace Owens, nice gal. I'm friendly with Candace. Candace is, she works with Charlie Kirk over at Turning Point USA. She's a black conservative. And Kanye West tweeted out that he likes how she thinks. And now he tweets out, "We have freedom of speech, but not freedom of thought." And then he also tweeted this one out. Okay, that's true, I think. And then he tweeted out, "The thought police want to suppress freedom of thought." Okay, also true. And then he also tweeted out at one point that self-victimization is a disease. Agree with all of these things. And I'm looking forward to Kanye West tweeting out, "Facts don't care about your feelings." Like, I think it'll be great. But the right responded to Kanye West as though it was an earth-shattering thing that a big celebrity like Kanye West was saying things that were remotely conservative. It just demonstrates the right's desperation to be taken seriously in the sphere of pop culture. I think that the Roseanne ratings are another evidence of this. I think that the right wants to be taken seriously. They don't want to be seen as bad, evil people. And the pop culture decides who's seen as bad and evil. Pop culture tells you stories. And the folks in pop culture decide who gets to be portrayed as the villain and who gets to be portrayed as the hero. So every time somebody on the right is portrayed as not the villain, the right is willing to take it. So if Roseanne voted for Trump, even if she is pro-cross-dressing and pro-gay marriage and pro-promiscuity and pro-abortion, we'll go, well, you know what? At least she's treating us well, so we like Roseanne now. We're doing the same thing with Kanye West. But I would just warn folks on the right. You know, you can be happy that Kanye West said something that seems to be conservative, but let's not pretend that Kanye West is some sort of genius, okay? I will use every opportunity ever to play this clip. This is from Jimmy Kimmel's show, back when Jimmy Kimmel's show was not garbage. He had on Josh Groban, and Josh Groban, the singer, and Josh Groban saying some of the best Kanye West tweets. Here's what that sounds like.
Fur pillow are hard to actually sleep on. Whatever happened to my antique fish tank?
You'll get all of your favorites.
Classical music is tight.
These are all his tweets. Okay, so I would play the whole video because I love it so much. But Kanye West is not like a super intelligent human being, and he is certainly not politically intelligent. And so the right resonating to anything anyone in pop culture says because, look, that guy's famous. Okay, Kanye West tweeted out, he tweeted out the other day, self-victimization is a disease. He has also in the past tweeted out, quote, "I hate when I'm on a flight and I wake up with a water bottle next to me like, oh, great, now I got to be responsible for this water bottle." Okay? This is a guy who tweeted, quote, "I specifically ordered Persian rugs with my cherub imagery. What do I have to do to get a simple Persian rug with cherub imagery?" Or this one, "Man, ninjas are kind of cool. I just don't know any personally." How about this one? "Sometimes I push the door close button on people running toward the elevator. I just need my own elevator sometimes. My sanctuary." I will say, dude's funny. But should he be deciding tax policy? Probably not. Don't you hate when people clap too loud in the car? It's like, yo, this is a closed area. Or clapping is way too loud. Like, I love this. This is an entire tweet storm. My favorite unit of measurement is a bleep load. Like, when people ask how many shoes I got, I tell them I got a bleep load of shoes. How much is a bleep load? I'm assuming it's much more than a piss load. Kanye West, man. This is, what a genius. I just threw some kazoo on this B word. Yeah, this is the guy you're going to for your guidance in politics? Really? Really, folks? And then we wonder why our politics is so stupid. Because we are stupid, okay? The answer is because we're dumb. Reasonable. Remember, this is the guy we're talking about.
The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Please call.
And I love Chris Tucker looking around like, what just happened? What just happened? Now, the reason that I show this is to remember that the entire left thought this was great. The entire left thought that Kanye West was a hero. Kanye West was another one of their cultural heroes, which showed a couple of things. One, look, Kanye was always a weird dude. Okay, Kanye was always a nut job. And Kanye, back in 2005, being a nut job, the left embraced his nut jobbery because obviously his nut jobbery cut in their favor. Second of all, there is this monolithic culture on the left that feels that all celebrities must be on the left. If you are not on the left and you are a celebrity, you get raked through the coals. We talked about this earlier this week with regard to Shania Twain, who is a Canadian country singer who was forced to recant when she said that she might have voted for Donald Trump. She can't even vote. She's Canadian. She was forced to recant all of that. Well, now Kanye West has decided that it's time to break the thought monopoly. So there's two things here. One is a serious topic and one is a not so serious topic. The not so serious topic is the sheer hilarity of Kanye West becoming friends with Donald Trump and the left panicking. So the left is absolutely panicking. They're panicking because, again, they have this monolithic hold on the culture. Now, out here in Los Angeles, there's something called Friends of Abe, okay? It's the super secret Hollywood group that everybody knows about since it was on the front page of the New York Times. Okay, that super secret Hollywood group has thousands of members, all conservatives who have had to hide the fact that they are conservatives for years in Hollywood for fear of being fired. There's this groupthink that prevails in the music industry. There's a groupthink that prevails in identity politics, and Kanye West is at the intersection. There's that leftist word, intersection. He's at the intersectionality of race and the leftist politics of Hollywood. So he's a Hollywood star, right? He's obviously a major music presence. And also he happens to be a black guy, which means that he has to be of the left. Because if you're a black guy and you're not of the left, according to the left, you're no longer a legitimately black human being. If you're Clarence Thomas, you're not black. If you're Condi Rice, you're not black. You've gone to the quote-unquote sunken place. Right? And this is the language that folks were using about Kanye West yesterday. That was a reference to the movie Get Out by Jordan Peele, which is all about how black people who interact with white culture end up being essentially drowned by white culture in their own psyche. I thought the movie's deeply racist, but in any case, the left really believes this, right? The left believes that if you're a Republican and you're black, you're not legitimately black. They believe if you're in Hollywood and you're a Republican, that you shouldn't be in Hollywood. They're fascistic in their groupthink. And Kanye West broke that yesterday. In this sense, it's actually what he did was kind of important. In the other sense, which is just watching the left lose their minds over the fact that a crazy guy says some stuff about Trump, that's pretty astonishing in and of itself. So we have to go through the entire story because it's just too glorious not to. So yesterday, Kanye West begins tweeting. And he's been back on Twitter because in about 3 weeks, he drops a new album with apparently a guest track with Tommy Lahren, which will be incredible. But here's Kanye West. He tweets out, quote, "I no longer have a manager. I can't be managed." Just pretty spectacular. And then he continues tweeting, "I love the way Candace Owens thinks." Now, Candace Owens, for folks who don't know, works for Turning Point USA, a great organization with whom I work. I speak at their leadership conferences a fair bit. And Candace is black. Candace is their communications director, and she speaks out routinely about why she thinks that the perception of victimization by black Americans is damaging and counterproductive. So Kanye endorses Candace Owens, and everybody on the left loses their minds. This is crazy. How could Kanye endorse Candace Owens? He's going to the sunken place. He's going to the sunken place. But it doesn't stop there. Kanye continues. He says, "You don't have to argue with Trump, but the mob can't make me not love him. We are both dragon energy. He is my brother. I love everyone. I don't agree with everything anyone does. That's what makes us individuals. And we have the right to independent thought." There's so many great things about this tweet. I will, it'll take me an hour just to break down the beauty of this tweet. It's like a Robert Frost poem. But you begin with the fact that they're both dragon energy. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds awesome. I don't know if they're playing Dungeons and Dragons, whether they watch Game of Thrones together. I don't know whether they both ingested cocaine. I don't know. Okay? They're dragon energy. So we know they're dragon energy also. But what he says here, that you don't have to agree with anything anyone does. because you're individuals and you have the right to independent thought. This broke the internet yesterday. The left lost their mind. How could Kanye West say that you have a right to independent thought and then say that he likes Trump, which actually is an element of independent thought? So Kanye says, listen, I can think for myself. And the entire left said, shut up. You're not allowed to think for yourself. You're not even legitimately black. I'm going to get to the left's response to Kanye in just a second, but we have to go through Kanye's fulsome thoughts. I mean, his brilliant spurts of idea making. Here, more Kanye West. He says, if your friend jumps off the bridge, you don't have to do the same. Ye being ye is a fight for you to be you. Ye, by the way, is Yeezus, because he made an album called Yeezus. So ye being ye is a fight for you to be you. I didn't think he was actually using like old British grammar. For people in my life, the idea of Trump is pretty much a 50-50 split, but I don't tell a Hillary supporter not to support Hillary. I love Hillary too. He loves everybody. Okay, he just loves everybody. By the way, his wife, Kim Kardashian, raised money for Hillary Clinton. And both of them raised money for Barack Obama as well. Barack Obama, by the way, once called Kanye a jackass publicly, which is pretty spectacular. We'll play. Here's what Barack Obama once said of Kanye West.
The young lady seems like a perfectly nice person. She's getting her award. What's he doing up there? Why would he do that? He's a jackass. No, all this stuff.
A rare point of agreement between myself and Barack Obama, but it is amusing to watch as Kanye actually destroys the left's perception of pop culture dominance. So back to Kanye's tweets. So Kanye continues tweeting, my wife just called me, and she wanted me to make this clear to everyone. I don't agree with everything Trump does. I don't agree 100% with anyone but myself. And it didn't stop there, right? This just continued. Then he tweeted out a picture of himself in a Make America Great Again hat, giving the Donald Trump okay salute, and it says, we got love, which is just amazing. It's just amazing. And people's heads were exploding online last night. I mean, just exploding. The entire left was losing their mind. We're going to get to the left's reaction to this because it's hysterically funny. Okay, and then it didn't even stop there. Right? Kanye continues tweeting. He then tweets out, my MAGA hat is signed. And then he shows that Donald Trump has signed his MAGA hat. And he, with a bunch of flame emojis, which is really spectacular. Okay, there are two more Kanye tweets, and then we'll get to some responses. So Kanye continues, right? This thing is all day long. He tweets out a video of Scott Adams. So Scott Adams, of course, is a big Trump supporter and the creator of Dilbert, the cartoon Dilbert. And Kanye is now tweeting out Scott Adams' videos about why Kanye is breaking the culture. It's just amazing.
There's something big happening. And I think a framework to see this big happening stuff is that people are breaking out of what I call their mental prisons. That people are realizing that there were things that used to hold us back, that used to limit what we could do and, what our danger was and what our opportunity was.
It's so funny. Come on, he's tweeting out Scott Adams videos. It's amazing. Okay, then finally he finishes with this one. Kanye tweets out, Obama was in office for 8 years and nothing in Chicago changed. Boom, mic drop, unbelievable, revenge, right? So I love the fact that Obama called Kanye jackass, and Kanye said, listen, Obama was the president for 8 years, and things still sucked for black people. Well, slow clap for Kanye West right there. So I've spent my entire career saying that I hate rap, and I don't think that rap is a real form of music, and I think that a lot of the cultural values pushed by rap are garbage. WTF, OMG, I love rap now. Okay, I'm there. What can I say? And then, what's amazing is before we get to Kim Kardashian's responses to all of this, which were just as amazing as Kanye, Chance the Rapper, who you may not have heard of, but your kids certainly have. Okay, Chance the Rapper tweets this out. Black people don't have to be Democrats. Heads exploding all over America. People, Democrats at the DNC headquarters running and crying and sobbing to themselves because here's the truth. Black people don't have to be Democrats. Now, fascinating statistic from a guy named Harry Enton, who used to work over at 538. He may still work over at 538, actually. But Harry tweeted out this, quote, per the 2016 census, okay, only 8% of black voters went for Trump. But among black men earning at least $100,000 a year, it was 15%. So Kanye isn't completely alone. In other words, what Kanye is doing right now might not actually be as stupid and not important as I'm mocking it for being. Okay, so all of this results in reaction from a bunch of different people. We begin with the reaction from Kim Kardashian. So Kim has a choice, right? Kim Kardashian is, of course, Kanye West's wife. And she has a choice. Either she can say, oh, God, Kanye's at it again. Shut up, dear. Or she can defend him. And Kim Kardashian comes out and defends him. So I love that our cultural heroes are now Kim Kardashian. Let me make one thing clear from the outset here. I don't think Kim Kardashian is a cultural hero. I think she's done a lot to make our culture more degraded. I don't think Kanye West is a cultural hero. I think he's done a lot to make our culture more degraded. But the fact that they are fighting back against the hegemony of a fascistic thought policing from the left, that is a good thing. I don't have to like their work to understand what they're doing is actually not a bad thing and has some cultural impact and importance. Kim Kardashian says, to the media trying to demonize my husband, let me just say this. Your commentary on Kanye being erratic and his tweets being disturbing is actually scary. So quick to label him as having mental health issues for just being himself when he has always been expressive is not fair. Right? This is the point that I was making yesterday on the show. And the point that I was making yesterday is that Kanye has been like this always, and yet only when he endorses Trump suddenly does he become a crazy person according to the media. Right? So if you think freely, if you think in a way the media doesn't approve, then you are cast out and you are seen as something absolutely terrible. Right? Kim Kardashian continued to tweet along these lines, and she was backing her husband really to the fullest. She said, yesterday it was announced that Kanye had parted ways with some business people, and media outlets made this about Kanye's mental health, rather than just a simple business decision. So I'm glad he tweeted about the state of his company and all of the exciting things happening. So full-scale defense by Kim Kardashian of her husband, Kanye West, yesterday. And there are four more of these tweets, so let's go through them. She tweets, he's a free thinker. Is that not allowed in America? Because some of his ideas differs from yours. You have to throw in the mental health card. It's just not fair. He's actually out of the sunken place when he's being himself, which is very expressive. Again, the sunken place is a reference to Jordan Peele's movie Get Out, which suggested that if you are a black man dating a white woman or interacting with nice white people, then you end up in the sunken place where you're essentially a slave to them, that they've enslaved you and taken over your body. Which it's an idiotic idea. I think Get Out is a really, really troubling movie, and the fact that so many people are willing to overlook the racial politics of the movie is astounding to me. The idea that Kanye West is in the sunken place now because he's doing all this. This is, by the way, an idea that's being pushed by a lot of folks on the left. So I have to show you this clip from Comedy Central, the opposition. And it's clip 15. So this is I mentioned the sunken place. If you haven't seen the movie, there's a scene where I believe her name is Catherine Keener is sitting there hypnotizing the black main character by swirling her drink in her cup of coffee with her spoon. And so throughout this clip, what you will hear is this black woman who is supposedly playing the Catherine Keener character, trying to hypnotize black people into supporting President Trump while swirling her spoon in her cup, because the idea is that she's going to put us all in the sunken place in order to vote for Trump.
The left has been lying to us. We're not stronger together. We're stronger as individuals. You don't have to be a Democrat. What has Barack Obama ever done for you? I mean, for you personally. Has Barack Obama ever helped you move? Did he give you a ride to the airport?
Nicole, why are you stirring your tea so weird?
Don't worry, Jordan. It's not for you. All that matters is... We got Kanye! We got Kanye!
Okay, so again, so this idea is that Kanye was somehow put into the sunken place by all of the evil white people and black Republicans. Okay, this is so condescending, I can't even tell you. It's insanely condescending. Yeah, I think that black people, just like white people, just like all people, are capable of free thinking. But according to the media, if you support Donald Trump and you're black, this means that you have somehow been hypnotized into it by evil, nefarious white folks, which is just a crazy, crazy thought. Kim Kardashian continued her tweet storm again. This is the culture that she's fighting against. The culture that she's fighting against and the culture that Kanye are fighting against, this is the part of what they're doing that's important, is they're saying, listen, we can speak for ourselves. And what I love about that clip from Comedy Central is the lines that lady is using to explain evil Republican positions. She's saying, we are stronger as individuals than we are together. Well, we are, because it's an individualistic society. Okay, and the idea that as a collective, being members of a collective is the most important thing is just silly. Anyway, let's finish up these Kim Kardashian tweets real quick. So Kim Kardashian finishes tweeting. She says, now when he spoke out about Trump, most people, including myself, have very different feelings and opinions about this. But this is his opinion. I believe in people being able to have their own opinions, even if really different from mine. He never said he agrees with his politics. And then she finished up, Kanye will never run in the race of popular opinion, and we know that, and that's why I love him and respect him. And in a few years, when someone else says the exact same thing, but they aren't labeled the way he is, you will all praise them. Kanye is years ahead of his time. Again, this stuff is actually kind of important. So stupid as I think pop culture often is, this is actually kind of important stuff. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West speaking up on behalf of free thought, which is great. Okay? And then Donald Trump gets involved because everything is amazing. So Donald Trump over at the White House, he's got nothing better to do. It's not like we have like a North Korean crisis or the stock market hasn't been volatile. So Trump gets involved. And I got to give the guy props. I got to give him kudos here. And the fact is, Donald Trump was always a pop culture president. This is the thing he likes most. It is the thing also that he is best at. You want to talk about making people lose their minds? Here's what Donald Trump did yesterday. So after Kanye tweeted out that Trump was his brother and that they both have dragon energy, again, amazing. Okay, Trump tweeted out, "Thank you, Kanye. Very cool." And then Trump tweeted again. He tweeted MAGA right after Kanye tweeted out a picture of his hat sign. He tweeted out MAGA, which is just awesome sauce. So well done, President Trump. So again, everyone is very confused, and the confusion yesterday was palpable and hilarious. So Shep Smith, reporting on this for Fox News, obviously has no idea what's going on, and it is so funny.
The couple of first families all getting together here. It's Kanye, Yeezy, and Kim. My guess is Kris Jenner gave a call. We don't have this, but you got to figure Kris Jenner gave a call. Don't you figure? Because this is getting up there now. Kanye's back, and Kris is involved, and Kim's in there, and now POTUS has tweeted. We'll see what happens.
And everyone in the world has the same reaction that Shep Smith is having yesterday on Twitter. And as I tweeted yesterday, everything is so stupid and wonderful at the same time. It's like life just became a corgi. It's incredible. So Sarah Huckabee Sanders was asked at the White House about Kanye West, which is just unbelievably great. And here is Sarah Huckabee being asked again at the White House, the seat of government for the free world, about Kanye West, a guy who's sometimes rhymes words, and his support for President Trump.